Hey everybody, Happy New Year to all of you. Welcome back into our broadcast of You Are Enough. We're going to give God praise right now and thank God for blessing all of us who are tuning into this video today, and thank Him so much for taking care of us and seeing us through all of the hardships and all of those painful experiences that we've all had to go through with at some point in our life. But we thank God today that He allowed us to live to see another year. And this is God letting you know that I'm not done with you. I'm not finished with you. I'm just getting started. You ought to get excited about what God is getting ready to manifest in your life. And this is why I dropped by to give you some hope. I want you to hope. Excuse me. I want you to hope against anything that comes in your life that'll try to make you hopeless on the day. The vision that you wrote down, God said in Habakkuk 2, He said, write the vision, make it plain. He said, although the vision is going to tarry, but it shall speak. It's not going to lie, but it's just for an appointed time. 2025 is going to be the beginning of a 7-year period for you to be manifesting things that you've written down for so long. So whatever you've written down, whatever vision you've dreamed about, whatever dream you've dreamed, whatever vision board you've created for yourself, those visions, God say, I am going to manifest these things because you've become one with it. You got to become one with everything that you're trying to do, everything that you're trying to succeed in, everything that you're trying to bring to pass. You're going to become one with it. And writing it down, it seals the deal. When you open up your mouth, that is a kingdom decree. As a king's kid, that's kingmanship. So you're exercising your kingmanship, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman. We're all God's children. And when you tap on the inside of that, nothing in your life is going to hinder whatever it is that you're trying to do, because your belief system and your decree, when you open your mouth and you begin to speak it, that thing has already been coming to pass. So when you speak something, that thing starts moving, the wheel starts turning. So be careful of what you're speaking. Be careful that you're not going to say anything that you don't want to come to pass in your life, in this season of your life, because you can't afford to go back. Because you are the person that God has chosen to bring in the manifestation. You're getting ready to manifest the vision that God showed you. Those things that you've written on your vision board. I don't know why God has me speaking about this. I'm a visionary person. Maybe some of you are as well. But these things that you have written down, the things that you've journaled, the pictures that you placed on a vision board. You know, God told you to do that. You know, we got to give God all the credit, not some of the credit. We got to give God all the credit, because God told you to write the vision down, make it plain. To those of you who have already written the vision down and you made it plain, and you have the specifics on that vision board, on that journal, inside of that journal that you've written, when you have those specifics and you begin to envision yourself, when you become one with the vision, that thing is getting ready to come to pass. This manifestation is getting ready to erupt. I mean, it's just like a volcano. This thing is getting ready to blow. The vision, the dream, everything that you aspire to become and to do, this stuff is getting ready to erupt in your life in a good place. And it's getting ready to do it real quick. You're in 2025, and God's going to speed up the momentum. Your momentum is going to speed up. That lack spirit, that thing is going to be destroyed off of it. God's going to cancel that lack spirit and that spirit of insufficiency off your life. The momentum that you have, God said, I'm going to speed up your momentum. God said, you're going to do this so fast. These things are going to come to pass so quick for you in your life. You're going to literally be thinking about something, and this thing going to show up. You're literally going to be thinking about something. You're going to be thinking about a person, and that person going to knock at your door. They're going to call you. They're going to email you. They're going to reach out to you. This is how fast your manifestations are going to come to pass. They're going to come to pass just that quick. So be careful what you're thinking about, because when you think it and you set your sights on the vision, this thing is coming to pass. This wheel is turning God said your life is getting ready to erupt. Your life is getting ready to blow. Success is getting ready to blow. And people know it. People around you, they can feel it. These people can sense it. You're going to see so many people who have a magnetic pull to you, who wouldn't have a magnetic pull to you. And you're going to scratch your head. You're going to try to figure out, why are these people gravitating toward me? What is this magnetic pull toward me about? What is this about? Why now, God? Why now? Because God said it's time now. It wasn't time then, but it wasn't time. God said, but now it's time. The vision that you've written down, the vision that you've seen, the dreams that you've dreamt, these things are getting ready to erupt. These things are getting ready to explode. Your life is getting ready to skyrocket. And don't forget where you come from. Don't let the devil tempt you so you can forget God. Don't be like those lepers. You know, I always say this on my channel. This is why God allows us to stay stuck in a rut for so long. This is why God allowed us to stay stuck in the muck and the miry clay of life, because God knows the heart. God knows our heart. See, this is what God is judging. You know, people will look at you and they'll judge you for what you look like, how you talk, how you dress. And they'll judge you and sum you up based upon these physical cosmetics about your life. But God said, I don't care about any of that. These things that people care about, they try to criticize you for, none of these things can keep you out of heaven. None of it. None of it. So don't let it concern you. God said, I'm looking at your heart, Nikki. I want to know what's in your heart. And I'm going to reveal to you what's in your heart. Because if you have anything in your heart, when you stand praying to God tells us to forgive. And it's not about if a person deserves your forgiveness or not. God said forgive. Why do we forgive? Because God has forgiven us. And we have to forgive. This thing is getting ready to explode in your life. The manifestations and your dreams. You know, those dreams that you thought would never come to pass. You thought it would never happen. You thought you would always talk about it, and that was that. God said, no, these are the things that's getting ready to explode in your life. And God said, you're going to have the next 7 years full of plenty. You've had 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 20 years of toxicity. So God said, these negative cycles, they're done. These negative cycles, they're over. You got to believe this, and you got to think it, and you got to say it. You can't say it and don't believe it, because nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to happen that you want to happen. You got to think, you got to speak, and it has to be what you want. Don't be afraid to be specific. When God created the world, God was very specific in the dimensions. He was very specific about everything that he created. The universe, the firmaments above and below the heaven, nature, the animal kingdom, even us, humanity. God was very specific. You have to be specific, because you've been made in the likeness and the image of God. God said that vision you wrote down, that vision board that you've been having, God said, go back to that vision that I showed you. Go back to that dream. He said, pick up that vision board, pick up that journal, and become one with it. Hashtag that. I'm going to become one with it. When you become one with it, whatever it is, that thing is going to start turning, and it's going to explode. It's going to skyrocket, and it's going to erupt. This is what God is going to do for you in 2025. The momentum is going to speed up. Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast of You Are Enough. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that button to subscribe, like, and share the videos for me. Don't forget, family, hit that like button for me and go over to my Instagram and follow me over there at Nikki G. McCray. 2025 is a year of increased momentum. Things will speed up for you. Things that you saw that were dead, stagnant, stayed, that will be no more. Write the vision, make it plain. And God said, become one with your manifestation. Become one with the vision. Become one with the dream. The things you've written down in your journal, God said, go back and pick it up and become one with it. Some of you have allowed life to cause you to put down your dream. God said, pick that stuff back up. I don't care what happened to you. God said, pick it back up. God gave you that dream. God gave you that vision. That desire you have in your heart, that desire came from God. God said, pick it back up. This is why a lot of people had to go, because they were causing your life to stay stagnant, where you couldn't grow and where you couldn't produce. Now you're ready to produce. The wheel is turning, and that wheel is turning in your favor. Thank you for tuning in to our broadcast. Talk later. Bye-bye.